All right, so we have our cut up chicken breast in here, and the chicken breast is in large pieces. So I cut them up in strips, and we're gonna get these seasoned. And boiled till tender before we start adding our veggies. Yay. These are the seasonings that I'm going to be using for my soup. These are the vegetables. Rice. We're going to use 2 cups of rice. And what you don't see featured here are the bag of carrots and corn, but that will be added as well. Now, as you can see, I did not have any potatoes, so I decided to use the shredded hash brown potatoes that I had in my freezer, and I just rinsed and washed those off. All right, so this is the carrots we're gonna be using, the frozen carrots. We got our whole kernel frozen corn, and instead of using the shredded hash brown, we're gonna use this instead, which is Southern style diced hash brown potatoes, and they're really just diced up potatoes. So we're gonna use this instead of the shredded hash brown, and then we'll just use that for another type of recipe. Yeah, but this is what we're gonna use in lieu of using potatoes. So these are the veggies here that we're gonna be using. Right, we're gonna add our Goya beef seasoning. We're gonna add 2 of our chicken Goya seasoning. We're gonna add our onion powder. And when you season, you just season as per your taste buds. We're gonna add our garlic pepper. Our Lorry seasoning salt. Worcestershire sauce. A little bit of thyme. Some Creole seasoning for a little spice. Some paprika for color. Celery seeds. And some chicken seasoning. And we can't forget that black pepper. And what you did not see pictured, 1 stick of butter. Now we're going to turn the stove on to medium high. We'll start it off on high, and then we'll put it on medium high. Once it starts boiling, we're gonna go ahead and start adding our water, give it a mix, and let's get started with the soup. Adding the water. I'm gonna add about 32 ounces of water. So I'm gonna add another. And then once it starts boiling, we will turn it down to medium high. So we're gonna put the lid back on and let it come to a boil. All right, so I hear this starting to boil a little bit, but I want to add this some crushed red pepper flakes. It's optional, you know, all depends. I know I put the Creole seasoning, but we're gonna go ahead and add about a tablespoon of red pepper flakes. Tablespoon or two. There we go. Don't want to add too much. I don't want it too spicy. But this is going to make it just fine. Give it another stir. That butter getting melted in here with that meat. All right, and we do have the lid back on it. Let it finish boiling. All right, so this is the carrots we're gonna be using, the frozen carrots. We got our whole kernel frozen corn. And instead of using the shredded hash brown, we're gonna use this instead, which is Southern style diced hash brown potatoes. And they're really just diced up potatoes. So we're gonna use this instead of the shredded hash brown, and then we'll just use that for another type of recipe. Yeah, but this is what we're gonna use in lieu of using potatoes. So these are the veggies here that we're gonna be using. Bell peppers to our boiling chicken. And let that restart back boiling and get them good and tender. And I did do a rough chop with the bell peppers. Again, this is a hearty soup. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take half of what's in this pot, and I'm gonna make it a 2-pot soup. And we're just gonna bring them on over here, and we're gonna have us 2 different pots of chicken soup. All right, so now that I have 2 pots of the same thing, now we're gonna start making it a little different. Now we're gonna start adding our different veggies and making a different spin on each one of these chicken soups. So in this pot, we're gonna put 1 cup of parboiled rice. And in this, we're gonna put 2 cups of parboiled rice. Okay. Now that I got the rice in here, I'm gonna go ahead and add the veggies. The rice is gonna cook up really good. Okay. Let's start with our sweet peas. I'm going to do half a bag of sweet peas. Half a bag of corn. Half a bag of carrots. Add 1 can of the Italian style diced tomatoes. It also has basil and oregano in it. And then 1 can of tomato sauce. And when I'm making a soup for the house, I like to leave my bones in it because that bone really renders that good extra flavor to the broth. And now we're going to go ahead and seal it up with saran wrap, or you can put a lid on it. And we're going to add about a cup of the green beans to this. Let's cover it back up. To our second pot, we're going to add 2 cups of the rice. And our second cup of rice. Let's give it a stir. And then we'll go ahead and add the veggies to this pot. All right, we're going to add the other half of the can of the tomatoes. And the other half can of the tomato sauce. And then we're going to actually put about 2 cans fulls of this water into this pot. All right, so we're going to add about a cup and a half of more fluid to make it more brothy. And now we're going to just add all the rest of the vegetables that was left. Sweet peas. Carrots. And the hashed potatoes will be the last thing that we'll add. We'll add our string beans. Give this a stir. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and cover that up, let it come back to a boil, and the last thing we'll add will be the potatoes and the can of navy beans. So those will be the last 2 things we'll add, the potatoes and the navy beans, since they're the ones that does not take long to cook. And that's in the second pot where we added the 2 cups of rice. Stir before we cover it. There we go. And we have everything on medium low heat. All right, so let's give it a stir, see how the rice is doing in here. And the rice is looking very good. So the rice is almost done, so we're gonna go ahead and add our can of navy beans and our potatoes. So we got our navy beans, and we didn't strain them. We're leaving the juices in them. those in here. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our potatoes. And this is what the potatoes are looking like. Nice dice. And this bag is a 2-pound bag. We're probably at about maybe 1 pound of potatoes in there. Okay, now we'll give it a stir. And we'll cover it back up and let it finish cooking. And it is cooking on low heat. All right, so the alarm has gone off. Let's go ahead and take a look at this soup here. And this is the one that only has 1 cup of rice. Hey Alexa, stop alarm. And everything is done. I'm gonna take the saran wrap off there. Give it a good stir. Southern homemade down home cooking chicken, vegetable, rice, tomato soup. And this is my little secret, y'all. Right here. We're gonna add a little bit of this. And that's it. Okay, we'll give it a final stir since we added that tomato-based seasoning to it. And as you can see, we added no salt to any of these soups. No salt. The seasonings alone gives it just the right flavors. And look at that rich broth. Look at that rich broth. All right, grab your bowl and let's have some good old-fashioned home cooking like your mama soup. I am going to add a little potatoes to this. And this is the soup that's only got 1 cup of rice in it. And that's it. And just mix that in here and let those potatoes cook and get soft, because it's not going to take the potatoes long at all because they're so tiny. They're tiny diced. So the only difference about this soup versus the other soup is there's only 1 cup of rice in here and there is no navy beans in here.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Sheila and Frank. Come on over and check out our channel, PromoSTK Reality TV, Husband and Wife, where we eat good in the neighborhood. We're a mukbang eating show, cooking and recipes, especially soul food, pranks on Frank. Oh, y'all go check it out. Challenges, vlogs, comedy skits, short videos, and TikTok. So come on and become our oh yeah baby today. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram, PromoSTK, or you can also go to any of our social sites and find us under PromoSTK. Oh yeah baby. We can't wait to see you. We can't wait to meet you. So come on over